Hey,
Excuse me. Hey, welcome to Cut
hey,
It Out. It's a wrap, okay? We're your hosts. I'm Antonia,
and I'm
and
Amanda.
we are here reviewing season 5, Ready to Love, okay? And this is our first time um, reviewing Ready to Love this season because it was in DC and we're from DC. So we thought it would be fun and entertaining. And we like to shout out all those people who came and listen to us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Shine On You, because we love y'all and we love the engagement and we love the chats and the conversations that we have. So continue to keep following us on our journey. This was fun. I really enjoyed reviewing. How about you? Did you enjoy reviewing this season?
I did. I didn't think I was gonna have. It gave me energy. Like I can watch it and like let's talk about it because that's what we do anyway. We talk
Yeah,
about the show
that's it.
anyway.
Mhm. That's exactly what we do. As soon as when it's over, we're having dialogue and we're talking about it.
Mhm.
I was trying to get yeah, my fiance James to talk about it and come on this show because he's had some really good insights. This is what we do after we finish watching it. We talk about it. So might as well come on the show. But anyway,
Right.
moving on.
Come back
Um,
now.
so if you like what you like what we putting down and you want to pick it up, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also subscribe or listen to our podcast. It's available in any streaming platforms called Cut Is a Wrap. Okay. So let's get started and get right into it. So this was decision day for our couples. And we need to dive deep into that because we had some surprising, some
Remember,
hurdles.
Tony, we didn't do a we didn't do last week, so we're gonna be mixing a little bit of last
Yeah.
week.
Uh-huh. I got you. We're gonna mix a little bit and talk about those things too. Um, I really last it wasn't really the big thing was Phil and Shiloh. So we're gonna talk about that when we talk about Sydney and Phil. And that's right now. Sydney and Phil started off with Sydney and Phil on a date. They was on a date. It was real cute or whatever. I really like how their dates are so cute. They could just have a whole show with just those two. How do you like? You think I love it,
Yeah,
and
I
I like that they addressed. What's her name? Sydney brought it up to Phil about his take on what happened with Shiloh, and he addressed that. So, what do you think about that?
I really like how first of all she was like she told asked Shiloh, you mind if I talk to him about the whole situation? Because apparently, Shiloh felt um, she was hurt by the whole incident that they had when he literally picked her up and put her,
Mm-hmm.
what he thought was safe. That's what he said. And their whole date, I mean, it was still cute. They still got the vibes. They still had the chemistry. But I really like how she just let him talk and she comforted him. It's like, it doesn't change my view about you, but I figured that it was because you wanted her to be safe. And then what's his name? What's his name? Oh, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he seemed like really genuine and remorseful and was just like, I'm sad that she feels hurt by what happened or whatever. And it felt like he really didn't mean no harm by it. And he also felt relieved that he was able to, especially if you're on TV and you're on camera and a woman is accusing you that you caused her harm, that could blow up. It could have went really left. So I'm glad that he was able to like have that moment to like clear the air. And then you go off vibes. I can sense that he was cool and he ain't mean nothing by it. Like he said,
Mm-hmm.
they was walking down a dark alley, and he was like, "We in the streets of DC," and I wouldn't go down that alley. And I was like, "Okay, touche, 2 inch." And that's what he picked her up and said, "Listen, we gotta go. We gotta go this way." So I mean, his reasoning was solid for me.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I feel like they were on a date and the cameras were not there because it was a little later, and she was she felt like he maybe was drifting off to another person, which is Sydney, and she wanted some clarity of, okay, are we this? We got pretty much one more show. What we doing? And maybe he could have communicated a little better and saying, my I don't know what he articulated to her, but he was just like, and just trust the process pretty much.
Hmm.
And I feel like the more the date progressed, the more she started to, probe a little more. And then he probably said, I'm just a legend throwing these out scenarios out here. And he probably said, God dang it, ain't you. It's Sydney. He didn't probably say it like that, but he probably said, you know what? I have maybe stronger connections with Sydney. And there is some chance. So
Right.
maybe she got really offended. And they said it was they got their levels got high or their volumes got high. I don't think his volume got high. His voice is very
He remind me
low.
of,
He's
yes,
not going to
yes,
yell. I don't think
his
he's going
love,
to yell
yes.
at you. I think you yelled.
Mhm.
I think she may have, gotten her feelings and it was drinking involved. And he clarified and said, I had one drink. And he clarified, when somebody said, well, I ain't do it. And then look at you and be like, but this
Yeah,
nigga
I
did.
feel it.
So she may have had one too many drinks and gotten her feelings, which, especially if you're feeling vulnerable and thinking that that's somebody that you're going to be with. So, she did what an emotional person would do, or at this moment that's not really in tune with their feelings at the moment, especially when drinking is involved. She maybe probably said, man, forget you, and then walked off.
Yeah.
And, and one thing happened to another. He was like, listen, come back over here. Come back over here. Listen, don't go. And he's like, well, stop following me. Well, I might, you listen, you're in danger, girl. Molly, you're in danger, girl.
Mhm.
and, then,
And we
and then
really don't know.
we don't
No,
know. I'm
they
speculating.
didn't even give us no deets. Like they
It
just
wasn't
go
really
around
high level
merry-go-round.
details.
So
But what I do know for sure is if it was very serious, production would not be happening. He would be kicked off the show if he did something really crazy, you know?
mm,
So I do think they did investigate that, a little thoroughly. And that's when he felt like, because I'm sure the people, the cast members were talking and were like, dang, what happened? Trying to dive deeper into it or whatever. But if it was really serious or if it really was like vital, he wouldn't be on the show. They would have eliminated him.
but she also said if she didn't feel like her life was in danger or anything like that. That's
Yeah, she did. And he said, did you feel like he hurt me? He was like, no. Emotionally, yes, emotionally. Like she was kept banging emotionally, and I don't like that because you're playing on words. You know what I mean? Like you still you're emotionally hurt, okay, but um I don't. Yeah.
emotions is a thing now. I mean, she can
Emotions is a thing, and but you think he was trying to hurt you emotionally? I don't think his
intentionally.
intentions were
Yeah.
to hurt you emotionally. I just think you were emotionally hurt because you were invested.
Hmm.
Like,
He was in her
because he
feelings.
was, both of y'all was all in, but this again, this is a dating show. This is a dating show.
Hmm.
Okay, so some people gonna like you today, some people not gonna like you tomorrow. That's like regular. If you were dating in real life, you really feeling the dude. You really feeling the dude. Y'all hot and heavy. They like, yay, I think we gonna go together. And then he kind of drift off a little bit. Maybe he found somebody that was a little more compatible, and you probably deep down know that that wasn't the person for you anyway. But you trying to put the puzzle pieces together, like make it work. You should have been with Tyrone,
I still,
Shiloh.
oh
You
yeah, I
wanted
still think her and Tyrone would make a really,
to.
a really
You
good
need to
couple. So
call
moving on.
Tyrone. Yeah. Um,
Long story short, Shiloh did she eliminated herself.
yeah, because she knew when they dive deeper into it, she knew she was going to be having holes in her story. So anyway, um, so Sydney and Phil they had their date and they kind of like settled the dispute of what happened with him and Milo. What's her name? I forgot to call her Milo. Shiloh.
Shiloh. Milo Shiloh.
And then it transitions. So let's say now we're on the process of trying to find who ready to love. So Frank, Moomin, and Sydney's date. Like Sydney and Moomin met Frank's who was that? His brother? Who was those? It was his family.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't
It
pick
was
out
his
who they were.
cousin and brother, I think.
Okay. The girl looked like she was about 16. So
I thought that was sweet for him
that
to
was cute. That was really
that's
cute. I
mom.
thought it was his daughter, but I was like, is this his daughter?
Yeah, that was cute.
Um, so I really didn't have anything about them, but I just look at body language and I see, yeah, Frank and Movement were more closer together than
Mhm.
Sydney and Frank. I feel
Yeah.
like they are so much alike that they're kind of like homies. They get that
Mhm.
homie vibe.
Yeah,
But
and
what
then
would
they sit. I don't like when couples sit across the table from each other.
it seem like you're mad, like you're in a therapy session and
It's
you
like a business deal or something
don't
like
want to
that.
talk to them.
Yeah. So
I
yeah, I love the vibe between Movement and I keep Frank. God dang it, Frank. Frank. That's his name, Mr. G.
so anything else about those dates? What did anything that stood out? Because I really
I don't
I
remember,
just look at the chemistry. I was trying to figure out who he going to choose or who she going to choose, and I
but I
felt
did
like,
get. What'd you
yeah.
say?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did feel that yeah, the chemistry between Frank and Movement was cute, and I was like, okay, well, I get how to they vibing or whatever. And when they switched over to Sydney, and she was giving good answers, but I didn't feel like she didn't have that passion like compared to when she's with. I want to call him Mace. He remind me of Mace.
He
Uh,
do. He sound like
he
Mace.
talk like
Yep.
Mace. I had a huge
Tell
crush
me
on
what
Mace.
you want from me.
I was like, yes, elementary school Mace was my boo, and I was like, he remind me of somebody. Phil remind me of
Can
Mace.
you make this bigger? Oh, I can make it bigger. Okay. Oh,
It's small on your thing, and
I
you was
could see.
like, okay, that's funny. And I was like, I don't know what you want me to do, Mabel. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I don't remember anything from their date, but the chemistry, like you said.
Yeah, yeah. At this time, I'm trying to figure out who's going to be with who.
And I didn't
So
see them from beginning of the show to now. I never would have called it with
it's very unpredictable. What I can say about this season, the matching was very unpredictable. They really took this time to really date people. Like they
Mhm.
didn't, because normally in the previous seasons, people already know who they want from first or two episodes, right?
And they
But
locked.
you know, this everybody dated everybody and really kind of took it seriously. I feel like they took it seriously because think about initially Aisha in the beginning was dating Phil
Yep,
and pour her heart to him and all that.
exactly.
And and then it was she did it with Dante Frank. She was talking to Frank.
Hmm.
And she took that seriously. And what Shiloh was also dating, she only had those two, but Moomin, she was also with. It was Walter, Frank, Corey.
Yes, creepy Corey.
Everybody was like diving in and literally taking it. Like Shiloh was even talking to Dante. You know what I mean? Like it was because
Hmm.
she met his ex.
Yeah, she was on.
So what I can say about this season was pretty unpredictable with the matches, and they actually kind of maybe evaluate and see if I like this person, if I don't like that person, or whatever like that.
Right.
So that's
I
that's
agree.
cool.
I like that.
And then when during cocktail hour, it's funny because Walter tried to put it out. It was like, oh, everybody knew who they was going with. And then I turn around and like, oh, okay, Frank, Lumen, and Sydney. And then what's her name? Black China came. What's her name?
Who is Black China?
Black
Not
China.
Aisha. Sydney.
Sabrina. Um, she
Oh,
came with
Korean, I think.
wig.
Can we get into that hair? Come on, girl. Girl, she wanted to switch it up a little bit. She wanted to switch it up a little bit because Sabrina always coming with the fire. She always look put together. Always, I love it. But that
I
wig
hate that wig.
that distracted me. That distracted me. The blonde. And she's like,
And
you
Walter ain't like that. He was
know,
like, "Oh, you like my new look?" Yeah. Mm.
that's what they do. You gotta tell yes. You have to say yes. Okay.
Walter,
Yeah, she's
Walter's
like,
so monotone. He just one level.
Yeah,
I can't call it with him. I think he at the moment when he was so high at the top, like he had his attention, he was out and ready. And then his like desire energy kind of fizzled.
it did.
He was like, okay. Like I feel like he was just going through the motions. What I've noticed.
Mm.
So cocktail hour, nothing really stood out, but I know Moomin and Sydney seem like they have a good relationship. They look like best friends because they didn't have a problem talking to Frank right here. It's like this
Mhm.
is not. I don't. It feels not awkward at all. It's pretty
It's
cool,
not awkward that we all
and
get the
it
same.
wasn't awkward because
She didn't
Sydney ain't
like
tripping
him.
off of you.
She didn't like him. She's her attention. She was taking her talents to Phil. So
You
that's
ain't my man.
you can sit at a table with the girl and him.
That's why it ain't awkward.
That's cute. That's keep it cute.
Mm,
The food looked good. I don't know what they was eating, but I love me a good brunch. That's what I
yes.
was looking at.
Mimosas and
Yeah,
food.
that's what I was staring at. It was delicious. What else happened at that day? You know what? I was noticing the suits. Everybody, all the guys in their blazers. And, since we shopping around, we doing your wear and stuff, and the guys got to get the suit. I keep in mind how much that stuff costs. I'm like, damn, it does cost a lot to wear a suit. To
It
wear
be
a jacket.
taxing. And
So
they was
it
all
makes me
suited up.
appreciate a man when he wear a nice blazer or suit. Mm-hmm.
That's perspective. Yeah. So if a dude walking around with a three-piece suit, he paid some money for it. So suits are expensive.
Yeah,
If
I
he
had no
suited up, be like, oh,
idea.
okay. Um,
So
you
yeah,
could,
everybody look good. Nice.
so Dante and Aisha. Aisha met his Dante's brother and cousin.
I like they all seem pretty chill. They made me like Dante more because I
They
really didn't. I didn't think. Maybe because I was being too. I was prejudging. Like you got three. Person you named Dante. You got three babies by three different women. That was too judgy. That was too judgy. But when being with seeing his who you call them, the relatives, they
mm-hmm.
seem pretty cool. Like the questions they were asking, like helped me put Dante in a better. Like he got to hit his head on his shoulders. He's pretty even killed. But
So
you coughed, right?
he
You
did. I had something with her. So his brother asked, I can't remember what he had asked exactly. Something about bills. I don't know why these people always want to know about some bills and who's going to take care of what. Um,
hmm
he brought it to her attention, like, because I feel like Aisha is a little more traditional, or she wants to be taken care of, and he sees the man as the provider, and he was like, okay, so you don't believe in like 50-50? She was like, I mean, no, she said I could take care of Billa too. See, she did the reverse, like
Right.
what Kristen to the I could take care of Billa too.
He did say that. She did hit him with the I could take a bill or two.
And he like, oh, what about 50-50? Because we grew up with our mom, and she did this.
Who said she wanted to do that? She had to do that.
And that's what I was saying. Like I understood what he was saying, but he was your mom when she took care of everything. Then that's not 50-50. That's 100%.
That's all she did.
She took care of you, and she had to. She did 100%. He said he taught her how to fish. They taught her how they had to build and some other stuff that she taught her how to taught them how to do. Just because she had to, and she wanted you guys to do it, so she don't have to do it.
She taught
Like,
y'all so y'all can go do it. After she taught y'all, was she still fishing?
was she still doing it? You were doing it.
Was she still doing
Exactly.
carpentry after she taught you how to do carpentry? Dummy.
So yeah, I didn't
I
understand.
think about that.
I didn't understand his logic. It's like she don't, and I think Aisha's also a single mom as well. So she don't want to do everything either. She wants someone to. She wants to, like what she said. She wants to be in her divine feminine. She's tired of being in her divine masculine.
She's like,
And I get it. I get it. And it's not like, and I don't see her as the person that not taking care of anything because she has her own salon. She has her own business.
she's a
So she's
businesswoman.
not going to be up there not providing or taking all the money and not helping. She looked like she going to help her man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She's not going to be not doing nothing.
So
I don't even think that's in her nature.
maybe they was trying to fish to see if, where her head was at ish. Listen, don't nobody want your money but your teacher's salary.
Stop. I feel attacked.
Well, technically, he probably make a little bit more because he's an administrator or something like that.
But yeah, I know.
Sorry to all teachers out there, but still, I'm talking about specifically Pacific, like the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Get deep.
what his question was towards how is she going to? Basically, he's asking the question, "What are you bringing to the table?" That type of question.
Yeah, but he should have worded it like that. Don't use your mom as an example.
I hate
He didn't have
that
it.
question. Period. Period. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
So I want to know, was your predictions right? Like when at the beginning of the show, I think we did our predictions, and now I want to know if your predictions was right. I know
None
for
of my
me,
predictions are right.
yeah. I mean, Walter and Sabrina was
Oh yeah,
correct
yeah.
for me
That's the only
at
one.
the end, but nobody else was right. This was really interesting because Sydney, they put a curveball. So, um, so when they met up, so
Ooh.
they met up, right? So now our predictions were totally off track, right? So now they're ready to meet each other and see if each other is ready for love, right?
Oh, the couples are
The
meeting
couples
now.
are meeting. So I think Sydney, Phil met up, and that was cute.
Oh, we didn't talk about Sydney met Phil's
Oh
people
yeah, I
too.
forgot about that. I took that off.
The
I forgot
Sabrina
that on my
met
list.
Walter's people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell us about that one.
Yeah, before we talk about the couple.
Mm-hmm.
But only because it was nothing juicy. It's just the fact when Sydney walked in, I was like, I want that dress. I need to be that size. So I can wear
That
that.
was a cute date dress, but to
That
meet your
was
family,
not to meet the family, but if y'all going out afterwards, sure. But that was a date dress. But anyway, that's the only notes I got from that meeting. She did ask about she asked about how it was feel as a kid, and then that was a good question actually.
mm-hmm.
And the fact that he's still pretty much the same. She met his aunt and his cousin, and that was it.
Yeah.
The important parts. And then it was Sabrina and Walter who
Mm-hmm.
met Walter's grandmother, mother.
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah. No, it was. I can't even remember who she met. Oh,
What?
but when she met, no, he was like, oh, okay, where is she from? And he was like, oh, she from Virginia.
He's from Virginia.
And she said, okay, so where are you from? She said, oh, I'm from Seoul, Korea. I was born. We said, well, tell me about yourself. She said, well, I was born in Seoul, Korea. And he's like, oh, you said you was from Virginia. So what is it? And he's like, oh, it's like he was not there. I feel like he
He
wasn't
wasn't
present.
present. He had
Like
his
he was
mind.
really going through the motions. He
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there. He checked out.
Yep.
Um, I believe Sabrina when he said like he was like strong for like a week and then he kind of fizzled out because I
Yeah.
think he was really feeling Moomin. Like
He was. That's what it was. Aha. He
he
did
was really feeling her,
change.
and then he kind of got his pride. Like he was just like, dang, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? So it was just like, well, I'm just gonna just play this out for real.
He was
Like
still
you not listening. You don't listen to her. How do you say she from Virginia? What do you?
y'all first
Has nothing to do with
conversation.
South Korea.
Yeah, I was talking about Korea.
I remember she was from Seoul, Korea. She said she was born there. That was on the first
The
episode.
first episode.
He literally checked. I feel like he was just not present. He wasn't present, literally going through the motions. So
Yeah, so
that's
she
why I didn't really put that in my notes, even that date, because it was just really dry. And and the more Sabrina was probably my top now. And then probably after when I saw her friends with Sean in that interaction, my opinion of her kind of fell because it was just like
Your friends are mean.
you're super mean, and I feel like you're mean too.
Yeah. That's good. I forgot about that. And
Mhm.
I'm super surprised with Walter because he seems like a
He was
very
one of my top two. That was surprising.
present.
That was a curveball.
He's a present dude. Like he seemed always, seem kind of grounded. But anyway,
Any other curveballs? We're gonna talk about curveballs this season, then or
uh,
you want to go over the choosing? Oh, a curveball. I'm telling you, the curveball when Walter and Sabrina, when he was telling her all this stuff, and then she's like, I think our journey ends here.
at the end when she chose her, she walking down in her dress. She said,
Yeah.
"You look like a beautiful princess." She said, "Queen."
Queen. I think I look like a queen.
You call me a princess.
I'm 46. I haven't been a princess since I was 5.
I was laughing so hard when she
My
said
daughter's a princess. That's what she's gonna say.
that's what she wanted to say. That was hilarious to me. I was like, when she said that, I knew she wasn't about to pick him.
No, because they're not on the same page.
And she got
And I'm glad she did that. Like, don't do it for our camera. Just be like, no, because you know good and well y'all not gonna talk after this.
right.
You know?
Y'all ain't even talk now. He said, I thought everything was fine between us because the last time I talked to her was after she met my family. I'm like, did you follow up with her? And that's exactly what she mean. Did you follow up with her? Ask her, how do you feel about meeting my family? X, Y, and Z. No, the last time you talked to her is when she met your family.
No, that was probably like a week or 2 weeks ago.
So
So
you're just proving her point. You're
you're
not.
not communicating with her.
Mm-hmm.
That's not when you're in talking to somebody and you really like somebody. And I'm glad she articulated and expressed herself about that. Like you don't make an effort. She said, "I've been in relationships or been in situations when I know when someone is really interested, and you're not showing that.
Right.
You call her, text her. What do you do? You don't want to talk to her.
Just check in.
Check in. Don't just talk to her when the cameras are rolling."
So that was a curveball.
He
I
was
really
a
took
fail. That was super curveball. That was a
it.
fail. I thought he was. I told you. I mean, that little. Yeah, my wife bit.
That's the panty dropper when he talked about how I was married, but I'm a widower.
He literally was a curveball. And then we know that Dante and Aisha was, of course, going to be together because I think they. Yeah. Do you think they're going to last?
Ooh, Dante.
Dante and Aisha. They accepted each other as each other's to
I
go the distance or be in a relationship.
I
Or
wonder did they coordinate their outfits on purpose? They both was wearing that blue. They probably did, but do I think they're gonna last? For a season, yes.
I think so. I think they have a lot of sexual energy. So after that is finished,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna realize.
So during winter, like they're probably still together. It's winter. Probably by the summer they might, drift off.
Yeah, but I don't see that lasting long.
Mm-hmm.
So then a little curveball wasn't really curveball because if she didn't choose this guy, she is crazy. Whitney and Phil.
Yes, and how they came about was like left field because she approached him.
Yes, and that was super curveball. We didn't see that coming. We thought
Mm-hmm.
Shiloh and Phil was gonna go the distance.
Yep.
And then she said, "Listen, you ain't making no moves. Let me holler at this nigga."
He was cute, and I was just like, "Let's go on a date."
Yes, but you can tell like the chemistry came out the TV when I watched them.
Yes, it did.
Every date they had, it was so good. It was refreshing to watch. Like I'd rather just see them.
Yep.
Because other dates seem really surface and whatever.
Yeah, they went through it. They had a lot of good conversations, and
they the only one I heard say, "Yeah, we talking on the phone for 2 hours and stuff." Who talking on the phone for 2 hours unless you like them?
unless you like each other.
They talking on the phone for 2 hours. I'm not talking to the phone in 2 hours. When the last time I talked to the phone for some 2 hours?
Y'all they probably FaceTiming too.
Yes, I know they FaceTiming.
You hang out and you're sleeping with the phone in front of them.
Right. Yeah, they cute. I like them. I
Really
see them.
cute.
Hopefully, they're still together at least.
I see them
Or
going the distance.
they're cute.
If they stay on that road, they can go the
Hmm. So then we also had Moomin and Frank. They accepted each other as their partners.
distance.
When-
It's so funny because I'm like, are these people about to propose? They're just so
yeah, it's like
so bachelorette how they meet and stuff.
yeah, they can spin it a little better, but I get it. I still think Frank is robotic in his discussion. I don't think they're going to last.
Yeah, I got a preview from Frank from when Moomin met his family, and they were just saying how he's a family guy and he's always wanted a relationship, blah blah blah. But he doesn't present to me. He doesn't present that on camera. I see him as, like you said,
The
robotic.
shaker. What did he do?
He's making it tequila. Well, all his sweat, armpit sweat. I only because they have the same cultural background, I would want them to make it, but I don't feel the chemistry. Like Lumen should have stayed with Walter and Frank. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Your guy's not here. Your woman's probably not here. Or I don't know. I don't know.
Frank and Sydney were good together, but I feel like when Sydney was with Frank, she was surface with him too.
Yeah, she seemed a little more deep with Phil, but she does seem like more on with Frank, like she has to be on. And that's what she said. She said she Phil is more calm, and she feels more calm. Okay, so those were the end. So what do you expect during the reunion? Because they did give us a preview from the reunion chat.
I can't wait to see that movie. And to see him walk there, she's like, I can't. This is ghetto. I'm so glad they got a new host. FYI.
Yes, they needed a woman host because Tommy wasn't it.
I wish I could look up her name, but I can't. I don't even know where to start. Anyway.
Yeah, she does. I see her do a lot of stuff like on TV.
They got a new host. Good. Switch it up. Get somebody that's out the loop, unbiased, and can ask the questions. Because Tommy be missing good questions at the reunion moments, and he don't be asking no questions.
He be dropping the ball. So hopefully this will be better. But it looked like it was drama. Oh,
I seen everybody was crying.
And Camille with her amnesia self talking about, you don't remember saying if we eliminate Cornelius, you gonna beat our ass? What? No, I didn't say that. You don't say. They had cameras all up and down y'all faces, and you don't remember saying that.
You said it. You said that. Oh, they were the only couple that locked in right away too. Cornelius and
Oh yeah, they did. Those are the only ones that kept it going.
They didn't date around. They just stayed with each other. So that's about it. Unless you got. Why did we pause like that?
Oh, because I thought you were about to say something. You said something and you stopped.
Anyway, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, that was it. They finished this season of Ready to Love. Season 5 is a wrap.
Cut.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's done. We finished it. We did it.
Giving them that It's a Wrap award.
Mm-hmm. We'll come back for the reunion. Ooh, I can't wait to the reunion. We will be back for that reunion because it's gonna be juicy. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. If you like us, go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Good night or morning, whenever.